Sorry, SNA fans, I'm back here. The internet connection difficulties, like usual. I need to find some stable internet, like in order to try to stabilize my SNA podcast videos. But without any more further updates, this is where we got a suicide dive from Tyler Bate. This is where Dirty Dominic Mysterio hit a cheap shot right on the Tyler Bate when the referee wasn't looking. This is where like with with Dirty Dominic Mysterio, like right after Pete Dunne, the referee wasn't looking about what Pete Dunne was doing. This where no, it's not a cheap shot. No, Pete Dunne hit the bitter end right on Finn Balor. He kicks out at 2.999 in a very surprising manner. Let me phrase it. This is where Dirty Dominic Mysterio tried to went for a cheap shot. This is where And then this is where Tyler Bate turned him in. He was like, he did something slick, and this is where the female referee was like, "You did that? Like that was you?" And this is where Dirty Dom was like, "No, it was Tyler. Like Tyler's the one that set me up. Like it set me up. Like I'm innocent. Just tell me. I mean that." I'm talking about, let me tell you, like I'm telling you, I'm innocent. Like he's the one that's in the wrong. Like he's the one that's the sneaky mastermind. And then the referee's like, I don't believe you. Like, and for that, you are officially ejected out of the match. And this is where fans are like, yeah. And then even Michael Cole cheer with joy, like said, yeah. It's like Dom, like that bastard ass Dom is gonna is that bastard ass Dom's not going to be getting into no kind of shenanigans. Like won't be getting into no kind of dirty and sneaky shenanigans ever again. Like good riddance, Dirty Dom. Like yeah, like go on. And this is where Dominic Mysterio was like, no, this cannot be happening. Like you cannot be doing this. Like, and then this is where we got. And this is where the referee's like, you heard the ref in the ring, like, get out. Like, you're not allowed back here, like, in ringside. Dirty Dom was like, oh, you be sorry. And this is where fans are like, nah, hey, goodbye. And this is where he tried to defy the referee, try to get back and try to do something sneaky. But this is where Tyler Bate was there, luckily, to save the day, hit a right hand. This is where Finn Balor pushes Pete Dunne right into Tyler Bate and try to go for a surprise roll-up, but only got a 1-2 ooh. This is where he hits a sling bite right after he got off of him with the roll-up. This is where Finn Balor was like, come on, this is my chance, my ticket back into the make this huge comeback to retain. This is where Finn Balor went right on the top rope, hit the coup de grace, and unfortunately, that's where they got the 1-2-3. And well, now, I got confused with the. I got it confused with the first time. No, this was a part where Tyler Bate and Pete Dunne hits the Tyler and the bitter end, and they nearly got that one right after Pete Dunne counter out of it. Like as soon as he tagged in Tyler Bate and they hit the bitter end Tyler driver combo, like they would have gotten away with it, and it became the new undisputed WWE Tag Team Championship. If it wasn't for that meddling Archer of Infamy / Punisher, like. I dragged him out of the ring like if he was the meddling Solo Sikoa. But this is where Damian Priest's like, man, I saved the day. Thank you, God. And I was like, I thought you're not on God's side because look at what group you're teaming with, which they look like everything but a holiness. But this is where the fans are saying this is awesome. And I was like, yeah, it's still an entertaining match, even though we had some other good matches. But it still gets fourth place for the fact that we got the women's and men's elimination chamber, which that was pretty good, and the women's world heavyweight championship match. And this is where we got Damian Priest go for a choke slam right on the Damian Priest did the beat Dunne when he was on the outside with him, and he did the same with what's his name, Tyler Bate, right onto the announce table. I'm surprised that it didn't explode, but this is where he tried to toss him back in the ring, but he hits a rebound clothesline, and this is where he tried to come back and try to finish off Finn Balor. This is where he tried to go for that rebound clothesline, but the lightning doesn't strike twice, even if it's with a different opponent in the tag team match. This is where Finn Balor hits that spin around flying reverse DDT. This is where we got Here's where we got Damian Priest then did the South Heavens choke slam, right? Oh, no, it was the Razor's Edge. No, it was Razor's Edge power bomb right onto Tyler Bate. That's what he did onto Tyler, but no, he Hurricane Rod him as soon as he tried to pop, but he actually knocks him over, even though they kind of bossed it. But he really improvised, looked like he fell, and he tried to get back up, but he clumsily tripped over Finn Balor, which he landed right on his midsection. This is where Tyler Bate didn't get the most devastating move in all of sports entertainment, the surprise roll up. This is where he tags in Pete Dunne again. This is where they try to go for their combo tag team finishing maneuver until Damian Priest hits try to go for a double choke, but both Pete Dunne like sideways and Tyler Bate backflip countered rolled out of the double South of Heavens choke slam, more likely South and North of Heavens. And this is where they hit the stop. They did a double stop sign knockout right onto Damian Priest at the same damn time. This is where and try to go for a reverse fireman's carry, into a reverse attitude adjustment, or the burning hammer, I should say. And this is where Pete Dunne nearly had him right there, with a 1-2 at 2.999 minus 0.1 away from being 3. But that's where Pete Dunne tried to get them back up. This is where he got tricked by Damian Priest. I think that's when he finally hits the South of Heaven choke slam, guaranteed. This is where he tags in Finn Balor. This is where he hits the coup de grace, which that was also a guarantee. I'd say, well, yeah, it was a guaranteed because he tried to do it to the Pete Dunne. But this time, Pete Dunne the first time, but that didn't work. And they hit the Tyler Driver bitter end combo, which they nearly had the one, but Damian Priest interfered, and meddled. Because, if he didn't, they would have lost the tag team championship. But they remain as your reigning and defending tag team championship. Let me know what y'all thoughts in the comments down below about it. Let's move on to the next slide, which is the Grayson Waller effect. But what are your thoughts on this match? And do you think they picked the right person to win this match so we could possibly see the Awesome Truth coming together and be fully known as a tag team, and then be in some kind of contenders match to be the ones to fight the Judgment Day at WrestleMania and possibly be the ones that dethrone both Balor and Priest? But let me know in the comments down below if you would agree with this. Would you would agree the way to them to lose their second reign as the tag team champions with a reunited put together tag team, to a team that we haven't seen as an active tag in the tag team division since 2012, about a dozen years ago. Even though they had a one-off by teaming together in 2019, but it was just a one-off. When what's his name was in when the Miz was in that lower mid card feud with what's their names with Shane McMahon, and when he was teaming with Elias, with the Miz have R-Truth on his team because R-Truth was in the feud with what's his name, Elias, at that time in 2019, over for the 24/7 championship. Grayson Waller and the Grayson Waller effect with a special guest of tonight's tonight over there in Australia, the American Nightmare, Cody Rhodes and Seth freaking Rollins. And then he asked them a couple of questions of them. Are they basically saying that are they going to be starting their own alliance with each other to take down the bloodline, which he was insinuating, of course. But yeah, this was asked specifically. They're welcome, ladies and gentlemen, to my very special hometown or home country edition. I'll say or a home turf edition of the Grayson Waller effect. That's what it basically is. So this is where Austin Theory was beside him, with both men only having their dress jackets on and not without a shirt on, of course. But this is where what's his name? Grayson Waller congratulates him congratulates Seth Rollins that he's gonna face. What I'm saying, what I'm talking about. Congratulations. Not Seth Rollins. Cody Rhodes is gonna face Roman Reigns, and while asking him a couple questions, and And then he asked Seth Rollins a few questions that like. Who does he think's gonna win that Elimination Chamber match? Which Seth Rollins like, oh boy, yeah, that Elimination Chamber match is not gonna be easy. I don't know who's gonna win. It's gonna be a brutal, it's gonna be a brutal prediction, just as brutal, like is how it's gonna be when those 6 men meet each other inside, like beating the absolute life out of each other, like inside the demonic structure. And he was like, but I cannot know, but I can tell you this, Grayson, that like I got a little inside info. I got a segment like on who could possibly like, hey, like, I got a little secret here to tell you guys. Like, perfect. You want to hear the secret? This is where fans are like, boy, would we? And this is where everyone's like, yeah, yeah, I am just days away from being medically clear to compete. I'll never know. I'll never know, and it can be very unpredictable when risk it all away in the match sooner rather than later on until WrestleMania. So I'm gonna wait and see like who exactly. And I want to give a huge congratulations to hear the great news that he's like. Yeah, he's moments away from being medically cleared by the doctor, so he can recover sooner and quicker in order to be healthy and be fully clear enough to compete at this year's WrestleMania, which he tore his MCL and partially tore his meniscus. Yeah. But anyway, that's where Seth Rollins then continues saying, like, and then. Like it's like, and whoever that person may be, like, and they think they're gonna take a crack onto me to take away my world heavyweight championship. I got some big news for them. Like they cannot stand the chance, especially when I don't have nothing medically wrong with me, because this is the biggest WrestleMania of all time. Like Grayson, the world is gonna sing my song at the grandest stage when they like, and this is where he puts a microphone where everybody's singing. He's like, and I'm gonna do what all I can to put on that great show and nobody else is planning to do, because I am the visionary and the revolutionary, and I am Seth, and then you do it usually like you would do like when he's in America or in other countries, like where they put on the microphone where everybody finishes sentence saying his name, freaking Rollins, and this is where Seth Rollins like, yeah, like so. Yeah, like I'm like my point is like I am ready for whoever is gonna win. Like even though I don't have a specific prediction, I'll be ready for them. And this is where Rich was like, okay, that's pretty cool. And he's like, now Cody, like we got an opportunity to see the biggest WrestleMania main event in history. Like it was Roman Reigns versus The Rock. We were supposed to see that, but the fans were booing that as much as they were booing Liv Morgan, Dominic Mysterio, and Nia Jax tonight. And nobody did not want to see that over Cody versus Roman. Well, I'll say it shouldn't be over that. I think it should be just as fair to be for Roman Reigns to do double duties against both Cody and Rock, on my opinion, of course. But we're probably not going to see The Rock versus Reigns until next year's WrestleMania, at WrestleMania 41. Even though it kind of wouldn't be the same when you're celebrating 40 years of WrestleMania. But that's where Grace was like, I can tell you straight up, like, I wanted to see that match. Like, you think you were just, you were very selfish to take that away from us, Cody. Like, and Cody was like, wait, don't get it twisted. Like, I didn't take that away. And this is where fans had big signs that said Rocky sucks, and also was chanting and saying Rocky sucks by hanging it up like Rocky sucks, Rocky, because yeah, of course he recently turned heel, and two, he nearly took Cody Rhodes' opportunities away of becoming the undisputed WWE Universal Champion. But this is where Cody Rhodes is like, wow, like I didn't know I have this many supporters that right behind me. And this is where Cody Rhodes, like, which half like I'll say halfway he was probably being sarcastic, but he was like me as a young guy, like I was a fan of Dwayne "The Rock" Johnson, which fans were continuing to boo because they did not like this guy because now he's a kayfabe heel. But this is where, And this is where he's like, I bet if The Rock was here, I was he would call me some kind of a candy sucker, sucking rattling ruby poo poo like something about pie eating and what does he calls like fans of mine? Like what's that nickname he gives my fans? Like this is where Grayson Waller confirms that The Rock calls him Cody Crybabies. Like that's Cody Crybabies. That's exactly what he calls him. And this is where Cody was like, okay, that's the one. Like that's pretty funny. Like Kobe Crybabies. And let me ask my fans, like, are there any Cody Crybabies in here tonight in Perth? This is where fans are like, yeah, like, if you want to call us that and use that term, we'll be known as Cody Crybabies any day rather than being the Rocky Suckers, like, which, yeah, nobody does not want to be a sucker. But anyways, this is where Cody Rhodes like, yeah, I'm here. Like, I think it. He's like, I'm sorry, like I must be having my father's hearing. And this is where Grace Wall's like you just need to do what you need to be told. And this is where Cody Rhodes is like, people's champion, like that is a very grand and roughy title that you cannot self-point out. Like, and maybe at one point The Rock really was the people's. Like he was like, and maybe it's just me just thinking about the term "people's champ." Like maybe like the term should be used like on a person that you should like. And the point of being the people's champ is to be around the people. I think that's what the term you should use it like. You should use. And it should be a title that you should use that actually fits your description of being like. In order to be the people's champion, you have to be around. You have to be the champion that be around. Make that's always around for the people. And the fans like, yep, that's right. Like.